Just like what came first, a chicken or an egg, I want to ask the Dragon Ball equivalent to this question. What came first, Gogeta or Vegito? Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video right here so you guys can go ahead and put your answers down in the comment section below before watching the video. If you guys already know what the answer is, put it down there anyway. I want to see what exactly you guys are thinking, which one came first, and maybe your reasoning behind it, and then watch the video, continue watching it. Just pause the video right here because I have the ultimate answer coming up.
Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
So about a week ago, I asked this question to my Twitter followers, which one came first, Gogeta or Vegito, because I saw a discussion about this going on in the comment section of someone's video. I can't remember who it was, but they were wondering which one came first, and they were kind of battling it out. Everyone had their own choices and stuff, so I put it on Twitter, and I gotta go ahead and give a huge shout out to Canon on Twitter. He came out with exactly when they arrived on the Dragon Ball scene, and it looks like Fusion Reborn came out March 4th, 1995, and Vegito's first episode, which is called Union of Rivals, came out on June 28th, 1995. That means that Gogeta ultimately came out first. Now, I did have to do some fact checking. If you go to the airing of Fusion Reborn and the airing of this episode, you can see that these two dates line up with exactly what canon is saying, but there is a little bit more to the story, and it goes a little bit further with Akira Toriyama explaining it himself. And I gotta give a huge shout out to Puar Rage for bringing this article to me. I've never read this one before, but he did take out a clip of exactly Toriyama explaining the story essentially behind Gogeta and Vegito, or at least the thought process behind these characters. So the concept of fusion is also a form of leveling up. How did that concept come to be? If I remember correctly, I was talking about how as a concept there's nothing stronger than a Super Saiyan. That's still the case apparently. And Katsura-kun, Mazakusa Katsura-sensei, who I usually just joke around and say idiotic things with, said, "There's no choice but for them to fuse then." So I said, whoa, sometimes even you say something good. It's the first time you ever made yourself useful, laughs. That's how the plot point was born, the plot of fusion. So what about the concept of Potara? That was simply since fusion was a plot point that was already taken by one of the movies, I was wondering what I should do. I had always been drawing earrings on Kaioshin, so I thought perhaps I can use these. And then he goes on to say, had you drawn them from the beginning thinking of that you'd use them for as a fusion item? No, not at all. They were just for decoration. So he did this on the fly. He had already been drawing these earrings on the Kaioshin for a while, but because he wanted to up the ante in the Buu saga, and going back to the plot point from the movie, which was Fusion Reborn, which by the timeline, it seems like Fusion Reborn came out before the episode, he decided that he's going to do fusion, and it seemed like he's going to do fusion in a different way by using the earrings and having those characters fuse. If you guys remember the whole concept behind this, it came out of nowhere, really, and I think this is the point where Toriyama was really just winging it, because we have this whole arc, many episodes of Gohan training with the Z-Sword until finally the Elder Kai comes out, and then many more episodes after that of him unleashing Gohan's inner abilities. And then we get like one episode of Gohan kicking Buu's ass, and then Buu absorbs Gotenks and Piccolo, and the tables turn savagely. And at that point, when he absorbs Gohan ultimately, is when the Kai's like, wait, I forgot, I got these earrings, and we can use these earrings for fusion. I believe it was the Elder Kai that had said something about that, and Supreme Kai was kind of a novice at the time, which I feel like he sort of still is, so he didn't know. But at the same time, so that's the reason why they felt so abrupt, like they came out of nowhere. Like we could have been using these things from the very beginning, but again, Supreme Kai had no idea of this. And so Akira Toriyama says it right here. That's exactly what happened. Gogeta came first, but the story doesn't end there. Ultimately, this is a lot more complicated than just which one came out first, because remember, it takes a while to come out with episodes, and for them to work on certain episodes and even movies, it takes months and months and months of work. So when it comes to Vegito's first viewing in the manga, that came out January 24th, 1995. So Vegito ultimately predates Gogeta in the manga, because the manga is canon. He does predate Gogeta by a few months, and then Gogeta's movie comes out, Fusion Reborn, and then after that the episode finally airs in the anime. And so Toriyama had a concept of what was going on in the movie. He knew what was going on while he was writing the manga chapter. He knew that fusion was a thing. They were going to do fusion in the movie, and so he knew that was coming out. But then for him to come out and put the fusion idea and revamp it sort of with the Potara earrings in the manga, he already had the concept in his head that it was going to play out in the movie. And then of course the movie takes longer to produce, and there you go. A few months after that, the movie finally comes out, and then the episode comes out. So if we go by dates, I would say that if we just go by movies, anime viewings, then Gogeta has Vegito beat as his first airing. If we go by the concept coming into fruition and making its way on the Dragon Ball scene, then Vegito wins, because he comes out a few months before the movie comes out in manga form. But when we think of the concept of fusion, Gogeta still takes the cake, because it was the influence of Gogeta's fusion that influenced Toriyama to even create or think about creating Vegito. So there you go. The answer's not as simple as Gogeta came first or Vegito came first, but ultimately, let's keep it real, Gogeta's concept came out first while the movie was taking place, or the production for the movie. Anyway guys, did you guys learn anything new from the video? Did you have a different answer when you first put it down in the comment section below and now you need to revamp it? Let me know guys. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care.